welcome back to Being Mrs. S. If this is your first time joining, please do me a favor, click the subscribe button, like, share, and comment. And so today is a segment that I'm going to enjoy doing a lot. And this segment is all tea, some shade, honey. No, but seriously, I'm going to be talking about maybe viral things that went viral through the week, hot topics, made headlines, made the tabloids, whatever. I'm going to be picking out things that were big for the week before, and give my own take, my own unsolicited opinion on the issue. But well, we all have opinions. So that's what this portion is going to be about. I'm going to be going about my business today because I have some chores to do. I have to do some laundry, and that's why I'm in here, my favorite room in the house, my laundry room. I'm going to be doing some laundry, and so yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. The hot topics. So the hot topic this week, what? Entanglements. That was funny. No, it was funny. It really was. So entanglement. What did Jada mean by that? That was so funny. So if you're like me, or maybe not even like me, if you're just minding your business on Facebook was all through, I think a few days before, they were talking about this guy, August. I don't even know who that is. I don't know if I should feel bad about not knowing who he is, or anyway, I don't know who he is. But they were talking about him and Jada Pinkett Smith, and I didn't know what it was about. I didn't get into it. And then all of a sudden, all through yesterday, it was entanglement this, entanglement that, entanglement this. And I was like, what in the world is entanglement? Come to find out that that's what Jada said she was doing with this little boy. So apparently he had come to their house. I don't know how they got to know each other. In her discussion with Will, he needed help or whatever, and that's how she started, how their family came to know of this young boy who is the age of Will Smith Jr., Trey Smith. They're the same age. She said she got into an entanglement with him. And Will was like, relationship. He was like, I'm gonna need you to come out. We're on your red table. This red table is where all the meat comes out. You open, you air your nose, you give your gist.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
Why are you calling it entanglement? You're in a relationship with him. So let me rewind. First of all, I am not an oracle of relationships. I can't, to me, I think as far as marriage is concerned, the two parties involved, or 3 or 4 or 5, depending on what part of the world you're in, decide on what type of marriage they want, what type of marriage they want to be in, what type of partner they want to be to their partner, and vice versa. That's it. I don't know that outside parties can speak to how two parties decide to live with one another. So let's just get that out of the way. So now let's come back to this particular family. They're in the public eye. They have, for the most part, tried to present to the world how they wanted the world to view their family unit as a whole. They've been very vocal about their past relationships and things like that. And obviously, they will give you what they want to give. They're not going to offer any more than they're willing to give of themselves. And that's understandable. But there have been rumors and different things swirling around this family about how they have an open relationship and this, that, and the other. And clearly, this is evidence of there's no smoke without fire. This is where these stories come from. So apparently, which in doing my research, I didn't delve deeply enough because I didn't go to see this guy's interview with whatever party he did the interview with and talked about his affair with Jada. And one of the things he said was that he asked for Will's permission. And Will flat out said, I didn't give you any permission to mess with my wife in that way. And then now Jada is saying we were in an entanglement because she wanted to feel something. And all I could think of was me on the other side, hearing my partner telling me that they couldn't feel anything else in the marriage anymore, that they felt they could feel something from a child or a person who's the age of my child. I don't care who you are, that hurts. That's very painful. Jada and Will said that this is something that happened 4.5 years ago. I think that's when it started. Not that it happened then. Carried on. A few things that I noticed from both. This is something that has really, really hurt Will, and his face couldn't hide it. And then Jada, I don't think is owning up fully to how much damage that actually did to their family. Or maybe she has, but her explanation as to the whole setup, it doesn't strike me as someone who felt like she made a mistake and should never have done it or whatever. In fact, she actually said something like he walked away. That's the August guy walked away. So really, if the August guy never walked away, she'd still be in that relationship with that guy. That's what it sounded like to me. I don't know. But they made a commitment to one another. I think Will said that because of his past relationship and things he's experienced in his life, he just knew that this was it. He was going to be married to the Smoon for the rest of his life. And apparently, if he talked to Jada about it, she was in agreement, and that's why they're where they are today. I don't know. I think that, again, like I said, people decide how they want their marriage to work. They decide how they want their lives to be in their households and how they want the world to perceive this unit. Marriage is very important, and then if you choose to bring children into the world, it's even doubly important because they view you, they see you, and their life, what they do with their lives, is shaped by what they see, who you present to be in that, capacity of husband and wife, father and mother. Entanglement. I mean, who says that? You were in a relationship with him. I'm sure both of them had a conversation before they sat and taped that thing. And the conversation should have been like, let's just come out and air, these, talk about it. It's already out there. Let's give our side of the story because we're in the public eye and people are listening to this. But then she comes to the table and the camera is recording and she's saying entanglement. You were in a relationship with someone that you wanted. You wanted this relationship, you pursued it, you got into it, you did it while you were not in a good place with your husband. And you carried on this relationship. why using this word entanglement when that's what it was? It was a full-fledged relationship that continued until, according to you, this guy walked away. What I love about that whole Will and Jada sitting across from each other was that they were communicating. They were communicating for the rest of us to see. Now, of course, I'm sure they've had several different, discussions outside of the camera rolling about how they want their lives to be, how they want to proceed in their marriage, and they've decided they want to stay together. Even though at the end of that video they called it a bad marriage. I'm a strong believer in when it comes out of your mouth, you put it into the ether, you're calling it into existence. I don't think that was the way to end that, even though you're trying to show the world that, hey, me and my wife are buddy, fist bump and stuff like that. I don't think that you should have ended it by saying
Bad marriage for life.
bad marriage for life or something like that, even though they were trying to be funny. I think that they probably could have left that part out. What I am happy about is that they're communicating. They're talking about how they want to proceed. And that's what's key in any marriage. In any marriage, it's important for you to communicate. You can't not talk about things that would potentially affect your union and your cohesiveness and your civility. You can't do that. Communication was important prior to the marriage. Communication was important once you decided you want to get married, and communication is so important while in a marriage. You have to talk. And the things that kill marriages are lack of communication, lack of handling of finances, infidelity. It's big. So even in societies that are hugely polygamous and people can marry more than one or two wives, it's still an issue. When you find out, oh, he's running around with somebody else who's not in the family, or she's doing the same thing. So I think that you should get a divorce and then move on to another relationship. I think that's how it should be. A lot of times people don't do that, and when you don't do that, I know I've experienced that in my life. When you don't do that, it doesn't, what you're hoping to get, it never materializes to where you need it to be. And if in fact you do end up carrying on and then getting divorced or whatever, you're bringing a lot of baggage for your improper handling of that other relationship, that other marriage. But I don't know. From watching Will and Jada sit across from each other and talk about the situation, it looks like Will is still very hurt about it, and it looks like Jada is unrepentant. She's like, I was in a bad place. I needed to find myself, so I cheated on you with a much younger guy, and I enjoyed it, but then he wanted to walk, so he walked. And but I see that you love me. I see that you are in this, and you're willing to forgive my transgressions, even though I don't think it's a transgression. And I'm like, lady, it is. So anyway, I'm happy that they have sorted it out. It doesn't look sorted to me. I mean, Will says, I have to get you back. Does that sound like someone who's content with the setup of things? No, it doesn't. Joke or no joke. It sounded like he's planning his own, I'm gonna get you back deal. But they're working towards it. And I think that I think we have to pray that they sort things out. We have to pray that they actually remember what it is that kept them together for 20 years going. And I don't know, maybe they like, do you know how many marriages that are unconventional? That's how the world is now. So I don't think that it's anybody's place to say, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that. I think where I'm coming from is, you decided to do it, so own it, own your choice to step out on your marriage because you wanted to feel something different from what you were getting. I think that's kind of what it is. Don't put up this picture as if this is the life you're living and you guys understand each other and we're good when we do all these other things, when you really aren't. If that even makes any sense. But yes, entanglements. Oh my god, that's so funny. Anyway, so that's my 2 cents. I don't know. What do you think about it? Do you think that Will is actually good about this whole situation? I don't think he is. But I think that I think he signed a contract and he's trying to live by the words that he signed up, for. I think that he said, this is my commitment, this is what I'm going to do, and I want to stick to it. If it kills me, and I think that's the picture he's putting out there. They're both actors, okay? They both are. They could be putting up a picture for us to see. I don't know. But this is their life. They've put it out there for us to talk about, and we're talking. Yes, we are talking. So anyway, thank you for joining me on All Tea Some Shade, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share, be a part of the Smooners community. I love you, and I'll circle back.